I wanted to ask this question with John and Billy. We have two coaches and two parents of young children. So you have two. How old are your kids?
My old one, Dom, he's 4, and the little girl is like 9 months now.
Okay. And then mine are 2 years old and 3 months, and yours is 7.
Yeah, Liz is 7 years
And
old.
I'm
Yeah.
curious because it changed my perspective a bit, but how has becoming a parent changed how you coach, especially since we all coach young women?
Mm-hmm.
And how has coaching changed, if it has, how you parent?
So for me, when my daughter was born, had been a coach already for many years.
Mhm.
So it was more on like, how do I want to treat my players? Like knowing that I'm a father now.
Mhm.
I think I've always had that I had that in me, I think. Like very natural way to deal with girls. I've been working with girls for 20 some years.
Mhm.
So it's a natural process, but it's just more intentional now. So I think the intentionality when she was born, it was a little more out there.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
about
for
you?
me, was like 2 moments. The first one, like with Dom, was kind of I was still playing, and was like, okay, I don't want to miss him growing up. I want to be close from my family, and that was something that if I want to achieve greatness, or I want to be a dad, and was kind of a very hard situation for myself, and I chose to be close to my family at that moment. And now being a coach, because most of the time, like, I was just like with men, and now coaching women, and I had a girl, so my word is kind of pink right now. And I'm learning a lot, and I just, as Cesar said, like, I just imagine like my little girl over there, and this helped me like how to treat them better as human beings, and try to teach them like the right way to do like stuff. And because of course we're coaching volleyball, but many times we're talking about behaviors,
Yeah.
and this is also a big part of coaching, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we were at East Meets West actually, and we were driving back from dinner at Blue Salt down in Redondo, and one of our freshmen, Mariah Massey, who won the World Championship U19 last year, and she asked like if having a daughter has changed like me as a coach. I was like, what a question. And it was cool because I'm like, it's like I get little snapshots into what she is going to be like one day, like with all the different girls. And so now like, it's like, how would I want a coach to coach my girl when she's in college?
Yeah.
And that's sort of how I run the framework through everything, because you want to be like, I would want them to hold her to a high standard, but to also be compassionate and understand that if they lose a match to UCLA at East Meets West, the world's going to keep on spinning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Definitely,
it's been cool.
And at the same time, you want to mentor your players because your kids are around the team. Like at least my daughter she's around. Like she went to camps and they coached her. So in some way, there are role models for my daughter. So I have we as coaches, we probably have some influence on our players that will reflect back in our children.
Yeah.
So that's some way to kind of make the cycle, make this chain works in a proper way, and we have some influence on that.
Yeah. And I think, man, I admire your choice so much when Emanuel asked you, like, hey, do you want to be the best playing, or do you want to be a dad? And you were like, I want to be a dad. No regrets with that?
No regrets.
It's a cool choice.
I believe like that's the choice. Like, of course, like the thing is, when you like want to be in that hole, like, and be part of like a playing Olympic game and all that stuff, you just kind of forget about everything. You just focus in one thing, in the mission. So that was kind of you have a lot, like when I left to Tokyo, like we left kind of a month and a half before, like to prep and to play tournaments before the Olympic Games. My son had no teeth in his mouth, and when I came back, he was like full of teeth. I was like, "What's going on over here?" He was this size, and now you are this size. And for me, it was like a shock. And I said, "Oh, I don't want to miss that." And coaching, I believe I still can achieve greatness and be around my family. So the tournaments right now, it's just I go for 3-4 days and I go back home, which before playing for Brazil was not something achievable because sometimes you were around like 2-3 months out of home, and it's really hard when you have a family, and that was my choice.
Yeah, and I think, and that's what I felt like when my daughter was born. I was like, man, I feel like all the ambition to achieve things for the status of achieving them, it just washed right out on that delivery table. It was like, now I just want to be home. Like that's my Olympics,
and
is to be a dad.
Yeah, and if you want to achieve greatness in a different way, maybe it's for her. It's to show her, or show him, and show your kids that there is a way to be great and still take care of your family, take care of the people around you.